Okay guys, so a massive thank you to you all. We've just passed the 3,000 subscriber mark. As you can see, we've now got 3,000 subscribers, or 3,026, and the channel is growing every day, and it's growing at the quickest rate that's ever grown. So these are how many subscribers per day. And as you can see, since kind of last October when things really started to take off, and now we're getting between kind of 10, 15, 20 subscribers per day. So the channel's really growing, so a massive thank you to you guys. It's been an amazing journey, and you guys being part of it, it wouldn't have been possible without you. So what I'm going to do to celebrate, as promised in last week's video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, which I'm going to cover later on in this video. I'm also going to be answering all of the comments from last week's Ask Me Anything session. So what I'll do is I'll go through these comments first, and then we'll do the giveaway. So the first question: how much do you spend on PPC? Well, I just took a look at Seller Central. Over the last year, I've spent around £9,000 on PPC. And that spend varies. So to give you an example, in September when I was relaunching a product, I spent about £1,500. Yet in October, when that product had been re-established, I only spent £400. At the moment, I'm spending roughly £20 to £30 per day, just to try and boost the ranks a little bit as we move further into Q4. So your PPC budget will vary depending on what stage of the product lifecycle you're at, how many products you've got, what the competition's like, all types of things. But that gives you an idea of how much I'm spending on PPC and how much I have spent over the last year or so. Hi Darren, I'm a subscriber and part of the online group. He's talking about FBA Elite, so if you're not a member, make sure you go and sign up to the FBA Elite community. I'm going to be starting FBA in March. Just wondering, do you think the opportunity will still be there then? I hope so. I've got new products launching early next year. I think as the Amazon model kind of develops, there's going to be more and more competition all the time, but I still think the opportunity is there, and I think it will be there for another few years yet. I think there is going to be a timescale on this business model where it does get to the stage where it's just so saturated, but at the moment I think we've got a good few years of life in this model, hopefully. Are all of your Amazon FBA products picked from Alibaba? I would love to learn how you go about sourcing a good you want to sell on Amazon. Yes, all of my products come from Alibaba. In terms of how I source them, it's just contacting the supplier, telling them exactly what I want, and seeing whether they can provide that at the cost I need to make a profit on Amazon. It's pretty much as simple as that. There are other marketplaces you can use, but Alibaba is definitely the go-to place, and that's where the majority of the suppliers are. Okay, the next one. My question is this: how do you pass out your FBA fees from the money withdrawn from Amazon? Basically, how do you outline the exact amount of FBA fees you have paid to the HMRC? So what Craig is talking about is how much VAT you've paid on those FBA fees to the HMRC. I would say to anyone who's doing this, don't try and do it manually. It's almost impossible, because Amazon's reports are very, very complicated and quite difficult to get what you actually need from them. So I use an automated piece of software called Link My Books. I'll be doing a video on Link My Books at some point in the future. And what that does, that takes the data from Amazon and it connects it to my accounting software, which is Xero. So Link My Books does all of the legworks, and it takes Amazon's data and puts it into usable reports for Xero so that I can see everything on a monthly basis, which is what you need for VAT. Okay, next question. How to go with FBA Canada? I'm planning to, but really hesitant for product research. So, regardless of what country you are thinking of starting FBA in, the process is the same. You need to find products that sell well, you need to check the competition, you need to come up with a USP, you need to make sure the profit margins are there. Obviously, the type of products you're going to find are going to vary, or should I say the demand on those products. So a product in the UK will have very different sales figures to a product in Canada and on .com. So all I would say is whichever country you're thinking about selling in, unless it's your home market, make sure you fully understand, or even if it is your home market, make sure you fully understand the business regulations of that country. So if I was going to sell in Canada, before I started looking at Amazon, I'd be looking into the business rules, making sure everything was being done correctly, so that if I did start selling on Amazon and it went well, I'm not going to have any issues down the line. So yeah, whichever country you're selling in, the process is the same. Just make sure you stick to all of the legal requirements from selling in that country. What scanning software do you recommend for RA? Being in the UK, we seem somewhat limited. For those of you that don't know, RA stands for Retail Arbitrage, which is pretty much finding products that are currently in the UK, usually either being sold in physical shops or online, that are being sold at a lower price than they are currently being sold for on Amazon. So you pop to your local shop, you buy these products, you send them into Amazon, and you send them to Amazon at a higher price point. I haven't actually carried out any retail arbitrage, so I don't have any software to recommend, I'm afraid. So I'd probably treat it the same as any software that I actually use for FBA, which is I would avoid using software that everyone else is using, because they're going to be finding the same product. So if a product pops up, everyone's going to be buying the same product, which could cause the price to then come down on Amazon. So I probably would avoid, but again, I haven't carried out retail arbitrage, so this advice might not be accurate, but that would be my take on it. I would avoid anything that was automated. Okay, so next question. Hi Darren, I heard from another YouTuber they had issues with DDP shipping. The shipment arrived at the wrong address, then there was a daily penalty fee, etc. Have you had goods delivered by DDP to Amazon? Any issues at all? Yes, I used DDP for my third product, so I had 2 or 3 lots of DDP delivery, didn't have any issues at all. Now, whether you're using DDP or FOB or a freight forwarder, it shouldn't really matter. It's down to them to get the address correct. So the fact they've used DDP isn't the issue. The fact is the supplier has not done their job properly. So whichever method you're using, just make sure your supplier has the exact address they need for the fulfillment center and has the correct barcodes on. And regardless of your shipping method, you shouldn't have any issues once it arrives at Amazon. Next one. My question is, what's your advice for someone with a £500 budget wanting to do Amazon FBA? The best, most profitable option looks like private labeling, but that requires a higher investment as well as higher risk, of course. So what would you do with £500? I think there's 2 ways to look at this. The first one is to save a little bit more. You know, if you're launching a product with £500 and you spend most of that on stock, you may not have the budget you need to actually launch the product. So I would say try and save a bit more. However, if you do want to start FBA with 500, what I'd probably do is look for a product that's maybe selling 50 to 100 units per month, and then just try something that's a much lower demand, because it will be a lot easier to launch. You won't need a very big budget to launch that product because you're going to need to sell a couple of units a day to actually get ranked. So if you are thinking about doing it at £500, pick a fairly low value product that has low demand, and give it a go that way. But yeah, my preference would probably be to save a bit more, so you're in a bit of a better financial position to take on Amazon and the competitors that you will find on there. Another question from Corolla MC. How come the people who have Amazon FBA channels offer a course on how to do it, but at the same time put out content on how to do it? There is clearly a secret sauce they have. No, I disagree with that. There is no secret sauce to Amazon FBA. What I would probably say is that the reason people sell a course is it's a very structured, easy to follow selection of videos. Whereas if you're just starting Amazon FBA research, you're going to be finding all sorts of videos where people are released. Like I'm releasing videos on all sorts of different topics. So there's no necessarily a structure to that release schedule. So they sell a course of all of these videos structured. I mean, if I made a course, a lot of it would be regurgitated content that I've already produced for free. But I could wrap it up in a nice order, make it sound really fancy. There wouldn't be a secret sauce in my opinion. There's no secret sauce. But it comes down to that kind of perceived value, doesn't it? If you get something for free, it's never as good in your mind as if you paid for it. You know, if you paid £500 for a course, you think that course is better than the video you've just watched for free on YouTube. So that's how people are allowed to do it. The secret sauce is a perceived value that probably doesn't actually exist. But that's my view. I can't vouch for all courses. Some courses may contain amazing secrets that I'm not aware of. And if you ever find those out, please share them with me. But my view would be, don't spend the money on a course, spend it on stock. And marketing and all the other things that will really make a difference, because there's enough free content on YouTube, on my channel, on FBAelite.com to help you on your journey. Hi Darren, I want to use a discount code for Helium 10, but there is no options for me to enter the code. Please can you help me? So this is off of last week's video whereby I was giving away a Helium 10 discount code. So you've got Darren 10, Darren 50 to enter it. What you need to do, because it's a little bit tricky, you have to sign up for a free account first of Helium 10, so it's a good way of trialing it. So you'd sign up for your free account. I've already got an account, so I'm just going to sign in. And then once you're signed in, you click on the avatar in the top corner, go to plans, and as you're on the free plan, you should get a discount box at the top that you can use. Obviously, I'm already on the platinum plan, so I can't enter a discount code. So that should be where you enter those codes, and that'll give you a discount on your Helium 10 membership. Hi Darren, I'm a complete beginner with no limited company. In terms of setting up, do I create a limited company with any name and then create a brand to put through it? Or do I create a brand and name the limited company with that brand name? With the first option, so create your limited company, give it any name you want. So you might want to call it Joe Robertson Limited, that's probably taken, but a variation of that, and then have any number of brands under that limited company. So don't call your limited company the same name as your brand, don't make that mistake, and that way then you can have multiple brands under that limited parent company. Is the profit calculator showing gross or net profit? Now that goes back to last week's video where I was talking about the resource section, where there's a free profit calculator you can download at FBA Elite. And let's just download this and open this up. So the profit calculator is for non-VAT and VAT registered sellers, so it should cater for both. In terms of is it gross or net profit, it's a bit of both because of the way I like to work. So you may not prefer to work this way. It's pretty much, it is net profit after Amazon's fees and customs duty and import, so basically getting your product to Amazon and selling it, but it doesn't take into account PPC. So it's not completely net profit, but I like to know my net profit before I consider marketing because I know how much marketing fees can vary. So that's what I'd say on that. It is technically net profit, but it's not fully net profit. And that's it for all of the questions. So like I say, to celebrate passing the 3,000 subscriber mark, I'm giving away 30 days mentorship on the FBAelite.com forums. People are currently paying £99 per month for this. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to send me completely private messages. No one else can see these messages on my own private forum. I check this on a daily basis. Always respond, usually the same day. Worst case, it will be within 48 hours, especially if it's the weekend, but usually it's the same day I respond. So you can enter for free. I'll show you how to do it. You go to FBAelite.com, sign up for free if you're not already a member, go to the general FBA chat forum and then reply to the pinned post which I've just added, which is called Mentorship Giveaway. And this is available to all existing mentorship members, so you guys can enter, and if you do win, I'll add 30 days on to your current subscription. So like I say, go to FBAelite.com, sign up, go to the forums and then go to the general FBA chat forum, and within there we've got this new sticky thread, Mentorship Giveaway, for 3,000 subscribers. All you need to do is go in there, tell me where you are on your FBA journey and hit post reply, and then in my next video I will be announcing the winner of that mentorship program. So that's it, that's hopefully all of the comments answered. Again, thank you guys so much for helping me grow this channel. If you're not already a member, make sure you head over to FBAelite.com, enter into the giveaway, and I'll see you guys on the forums.